Greetings, Keishlings. Keishan Prime here with another power-up video. This time, we are tackling the Jet Black hero, Tsukuyomi, Fumikage Tokoyami. That is a mouthful. So many takes. But yeah, Dark Shadow is a very versatile move, so I had a lot of fun, and this seemed like, it was dark at the time when I wanted to do the video. It's October, he's an edgelord, it's just perfect timing, am I right? He is Edgar Allan Crow. But that was a stupid joke. But I always do those, so what does it matter? But anyway, a few ideas that I had for future power-ups, one of them being Branching Shadow. Kind of it's a power-up of one of his previous moves, and also inspired by like how shadows of trees, and how their shadows just kind of they spread out wide, and they kind of look like arms to an extent. So it's very becoming, given that Dark Shadow can stretch and alter its form and all this stuff, and which, like I already mentioned, very versatile. That's going to be the word of this video, versatile. But yeah, an upgrade of Gloom of Black Arm, which was a move where he just stretches out his arms and he can either rope people in or attack them from a distance. So basically this, taking the concept of him stretching and altering his form, so why not multiple stretchy arms and extendo fingers? And if you catch that reference, kudos. 10 points to Gryffindor. Or should I come up with my own house? I'll let you come up with that in the comments. But anyway, so yeah, it's a very simple concept. He just gets multiple arms. You can attack, you can defend from multiple different points. You can rescue people while you're defending them. It's very useful. Multitasking will be a thing of the past because it won't be a problem for Tokoyami anymore. Then following this up, we have Murder of Crows. Given our little edgelord buddy here, and inspired by Alfred Hitchcock The Birds, we had Dark Shadow, using his shape-shifting, alters his hands into replicas of his head. So now he's got 3 heads. He's kind of going full Hydra, but with bird style. And then he just kind of unleashes a pecking assault. And then incorporating Branching Shadow, for instance, a multitude of these now angry birds. How many references can I put in this video about birds? So yeah, he can peck at you, bite you. It's painful to be hit by a beak. I know a lot of people that deal with chickens, so I think they can attest that being beaked, so to speak, hurts. And given the durability of Dark Shadow, that's going to hurt worse than a chicken peck. So, but yeah, and then you get a multitude of heads. It's going to be a bad time. But anyway, next up we have Nightshade. This is one of the more multifaceted used abilities because of its key concept, which is Dark Shadow using his stretching. He stretches out his body into a more blanket-like design. I couldn't really come up with a better term. This can be used for protecting others, or say there's falling debris and he can kind of deflect it away. But its main purpose that I came up with is that, okay, anybody that's seen while it's still in use today, it definitely doesn't seem to get as much use as it did in older times. But like, it's called a life net. It's used by firefighters and some other rescue personnel, I'm sure. But firefighters are the most common to use it. It's that like round thing. I'll have a picture up there of when like someone's like trying to get out of a burning building, for instance, and like the firefighters are fighting it back, but they can't get to them, so then they have to jump from the windows, and then this allows them to catch them safely. Well, or Dark Shadow can become that using Nightshade, and like I said, it can be used for defense. It can, you know, but I wanted to give it a rescue quality as well, because not everything's combat for these heroes. Then the one I'm probably most proud of, it's a very simple idea overall. It's called Black Archangel. Combining the attributes of Black Ankh, which the armor, and the wing flight capabilities of Black Fallen Angel, you refine their qualities. So now he's got armor, he's got wings, they might look like arms. It's kind of up to however that might turn out if it ever became real. And it's just more effective than the two abilities by themselves, because now he can fully fight while flying. So he can rescue people, he can defend people, he can sky battle now. He is Pokemon Gen 6. But, so yeah, but not to say that the original two moves will be any less, you know, useful in certain situations. I mean, they'll be more refined and obviously more powerful by this point. So they won't be without their uses, they'll be more pick your battles. Like, you won't always be able to fly, so you have to fight with armor. But in some cases, like, maybe you can't manifest the armor all in one time, so then flight is another thing. So, but yeah, I thought it was a nice idea to combine those two, given the recent development of Black Fallen Angel. And now the final move, which is Dark Enclosure. This will be a ultimate defense move. Okay, simply this. Picture a master version of what Dark Shadow became during the Forest Training Camp arc. You know, at night when Tokoyami's anger at the villains had overtaken his mind and Dark Shadow just kind of ran with it and grew out of control in the dark of night and everything. Well, imagine that actually being mastered and used for good. So basically, because he's like mostly the head, not much of a torso per se, with just the arms, or at least that's how it looked in the manga. I haven't seen that part in the anime yet, because I want to wait for it to be in English. Just a preference. The enclosure part is because he's just a head, so he'll open up his mouth. Heroes flee inside, mouth closes. They can then recuperate, so if they have like a healing hero with them, they can heal their allies' injuries. And Tokoyami is kind of just keeping an eye on them, because Dark Shadow would be like, okay, they're coming from the north, they're coming from the south. And because he has his arms in this form, he can still bat them away, defending them. So he's assault, defense, and, you know, all of the above, because it helps protect them and whatnot. And now I'm just kind of rambling. Yeah, I think I covered most of the points for that one. But yeah, every time I ever saw it in the manga, I was like, that would be awesome if he could use that to a more utilized state. Which I definitely think that he could probably master it over time. So yeah, something like that, very possible in the future. Even if it doesn't, like, say, like, you can go inside of him, it would still be a very useful ability nonetheless. So yeah, that's about it. And I have 2 more characters that I have some notes already. One that I just have to go record it. Another I may have to, it'll be a very short one because it's going to be completely different from what I've done with the other power-up videos. Because his power is just not that versatile enough to actually do anything. There's that word again. But yeah, but I've got one other character. Her video will be out probably within a week after this one. So kind of place your bets on who's coming out next and let me know who you want to see, and maybe my brain can conjure up some ideas. But so let me know what you thought, any ideas you've had about Tokoyami as a character, and happy to read comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Keishan Prime, and I'll see you next time. Keishlings, roll out.